What's going on? What's up, people? Welcome to Late Night with Coach Dave. This is a late night talk show, famous talk show host, phone number that you can call in, dial up, and get me on the horn to answer some questions, or maybe just talk about some stuff. So here we are. We are on Wednesday, October. We're in October now. October 2, Wednesday. Welcome to the Late Night with Coach Dave, a.k.a. The Coach Dave Show. So tonight, we're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Couple of things we're going to talk about, and if you don't want to talk about anymore, we'll just hit the stop button. So that's it. Phone lines are open. Call right now. I see the queue has been created. You will be in queue when you come in, unless you just want to sit back and listen. Then you don't have to be in the queue. You don't have to talk. You can just walk around the house with your phone in your hand, because that's the way cell phones work. Okay, so let me see if I can dial in something here. We need a little bit better sound. We've got some background. Not good. So hang on one second. Okay, now that sounds better. We've got less background going on there. And now we have enhanced audio. You know, we need that enhanced audio to sound like a radio voice. So welcome again, Late Night with Coach Dave. And we are here live from the studios in Northern California, where Coach Dave is hosted by many places, one place that hosts us is called Ordinary People Media. OPMedia.live. Check out the website. We're going to be live in 30 days. There's a launch date coming up end of this month, or maybe it's the first of next month. I think that's when it is. So OPMedia, OPMedia.live. You can put a www in front of there if you want to. All right, and let's run commercials for OPMedia. Let's check out this. This is one of the programs that's available on OPMedia.live. Be right back.
I stay cooler than the Chi-Town breeze, but hyper like I'm at the World Cup overseas. Do rag for waves with me, gotta stay fresh. I never leave home without it like American Express. I'm feeling kinda old school, how about you? If you're feeling how I'm feeling, this is what you do. Throw it up, 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 throw it up.
Do you love eggs at 11 a.m., but you don't have nobody to take you to brunch? Well, guess what? I got news for you. Let's day drink and have bad table manners and wake up late, all while you watch Leaf and E-Digger cut it up each week talking about hot, popular, trending topics you can watch on Facebook, on Charm City Direct TV, or the Young Black Panthers Network. It is premiering August 2nd at 11 a.m.
And there it is, 2 commercials. We know that August 2nd has gone by, and you can catch E-Digga and Lise brunching it at 11 a.m. on Fridays, Eastern Time. That would back that up. That would be 8 a.m. on the West Coast. So brunching. On the West Coast, it's not brunching, but over there on the East Coast, 11 o'clock's brunching. So check that out. OPMedia.live, and we will love to have you check out all of our shows. One of those shows is this show right here, News Night with Devontae Goins. I believe it's at 10 p.m. Eastern now, so this is a banner that's not quite up to date, but 10 p.m. Eastern is when Devontae goes on, shares the news, shares the what's happening, all that stuff. Here is the Brunchin' with E-Digga and Lise, and there you see Friday, 11 a.m. If you want to catch me and all the stuff I'm doing to make your broadcast look better, you can catch me on Trick My Live, trickmylive.com, Trick My Live hashtag, and Facebook/Trick My Live. And of course, one of the other shows we've got is E-Digger Speaks. And E-Digga Speaks is on 9 a.m. Eastern on Wednesdays, so you can catch him there. And of course, this show I'm going to try a trial thing tonight, tomorrow, and maybe even Friday, but tonight and tomorrow for sure. We're going to try this 6 p.m. Pacific time you see here and the 9 p.m. Eastern. We're also going to try 8 p.m. Pacific and 11 p.m. Eastern. We're going to say which broadcast we catch more viewers. And so tonight and tomorrow night, possibly Friday, but I'm not going to guarantee that. I have to work something out there. Tonight and tomorrow night, we are going to do this 2 times. 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Pacific. 9 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Eastern. And see which shows we get the most viewers, the most interaction. We want to reach the most people with all of this cool stuff. Now, speaking of cool stuff, we've got the ability to show some chat here, and it looks like we have another follower. That's cool. And as people come in, check out the phone number below. That phone number right down there is where you can dial in, call in, talk to us, get in the queue, let your voice be heard. If you don't want to let your voice be heard, you can listen and disagree, but you can't say anything about it. That makes sense, right? If your voice isn't heard, you're not going to be saying anything about it. Okay, so that's basically the scoop there. All right, now the thing that's in the news, amongst all the other mayhem going on, let's get rid of this chat window that's empty. Amongst all the other mayhem going on is this. We've got the impeachment thing going on. We've got all that other stuff going on. All those people saying so-and-so lied about so-and-so and all that stuff. But what we didn't know is that one of the major liars in the whole space is Adam Schiff. We knew that the minute he opened his mouth. How can you tell when a politician is lying? More appropriately, how can you tell when Adam Schiff is lying? His mouth is moving. That's how. So let's check this out. I've got a video here from Fox News. We're going to check out what they say. This was today's broadcast about what's going on, and specifically starting with the old Adam Schiff thing. Let's take a look at this.
A story in the New York Times this morning reveals every bit as much that this is just yet another pretext. It turns out that House Intel Committee Chairman Adam Schiff knew about the whistleblower complaint before it was even filed. In fact, he orchestrated the story in secret long before you or I or anyone else in the country heard about it. The so-called whistleblower contacted Schiff's office, which recommended a lawyer for him or her. Schiff later lied about that on television, brazenly, openly. He claimed his office had never spoken to the CIA employee directly. Schiff had to know admitting that would undermine the story and hence impeachment himself. By the way, tonight there are credible rumors that Adam Schiff himself planted today's bombshell New York Times story. He knew it would come out and he wanted the most sympathetic possible coverage. That's the line. We can't confirm that. But either way, the story this morning gravely damages the credibility of the claims Schiff and others are making. Not that anyone in Washington really cares. They've been waiting for this moment for 3 years, no matter what the story was. John Daniel Davidson is political editor at The Federalist, and he joins us tonight. So, John, it does seem significant to me, it seems shocking to me, in fact, that Adam Schiff knew about the complaint before it was filed. What does that tell us about this story?
Well, it tells us that if there's collusion going on, it's collusion between the House Intelligence Committee chair, Adam Schiff, and the whistleblower, and the Democrats in Congress who are pushing for impeachment. You know, this is a really serious revelation that we found out today. Not only did the whistleblower likely violate federal law, but it really casts Schiff's role in a whole new light in this. I mean, there were a lot of people who said from the get-go that it looked like the whistleblower was not acting alone, and now we know he wasn't. He was getting help and advice from the chair of the House Intelligence Committee.
So Schiff went on MSNBC not long ago, and he was asked by a panelist on their morning show, have you spoken to the whistleblower? And he looked right into the camera and said, no, my office has not spoken to the whistleblower directly. Now, if this Times story this morning is correct, that was a lie.
Yeah, that was a lie. And there's no way around it now. Adam Schiff lied on camera on national television about this. But what you're going to hear the media say is, oh, why are you so concerned about this lie from Adam Schiff when the real substance of and ignore the substance of the allegations against Trump in this Ukraine phone call? And the weird thing about it is, there's no cover-up here. There's no secret Mueller probe or secret dossier that no one has seen. Everyone can see the transcript of the phone call. Everyone can see the complaint itself that was the whistleblower letter and the charges the whistleblower brought forward. And you have Democrats and their courtesans in the media trying to tell the American people, you know, don't believe what you can read with your own eyes. Believe us that there's a big conspiracy here and this is an impeachable offense. And it's just not going to fly this time. Not after 2 years of the Mueller probe, not after everything else. People can read and see for themselves what's going on.
So we're being told by the morons on cable news that to question the account of the so-called whistleblower is somehow unpatriotic. But this is a sincere question. This person is a CIA employee, an adult, a big boy. Why would you, if you wanted to file a whistleblower complaint, why would you call?
Okay, so the major news there, not news to very many of us. We already knew this. Adam Schiff is a full-blown liar. The whole thing, everything he read to everybody in the Congress concerning the phone call, this is in essence, I'm going to give you the essence of what it said, was a bunch of bullshit. Bunch of bullshit. Bunch of Bernie Sanders. BS, guys. That's what it was. You know, he was fabricating the whole thing. And you know, when he said that, oh, we've never seen that. Oh, and we never got word ahead of time about the complaint or what was in it or anything like that. I mean, Nancy Pelosi's already blown the whistle on herself about already knowing what was in the complaint and the report before she even got it, before it was issued to anyone. Okay? So let me show you this other video. It's not very long, but obviously we don't have anyone who wants to call and interrupt and give their point of view on this whole thing. So we're going to continue to give my point of view. Here's another thing. Let's check this out. This is another report about Mr. Bullshiff.
Last night, we exposed Democrats' growing distrust of democracy, especially of voters in red state America, whom liberals view with total and utter contempt. Well, socialism is a hard sell in flyover country. It's one of the reasons Elizabeth Warren chokes every time she's asked whether Medicare for All will raise taxes on the middle class, because she knows it will.
Direct question, will middle-class taxes go up to pay for the program?
Look, what families have to deal with is cost, total cost. That's what they have to deal with.
How are you going to pay for it? Are you going to raise the middle-class taxes?
Costs are going to go up for the wealthiest Americans, for big corporations.
Taxes, what do you mean by cost?
Yeah, okay. And hard-working middle-class families are going to see their costs go down.
Do you believe that? Let's keep watching. Phones are open.
Democrats know their policies are not going to lead to a stronger economy. Certainly it's not going to be stronger than Trump's. They don't even bother trying to make that case anymore. Instead, they find themselves reverting to the old Hillary Clinton playbook. In other words, if you aren't confident you can win on the merits, undermine the process. And if you lose, don't accept the outcome as legitimate. Work to undermine its legitimacy by any means necessary. There are 4 key facts that demonstrate how the Democrats used foreign powers, deep state actors, and targeted leaks to tamper with the election of 2016, and they're not finished yet. Fact number 1. In April of 2016, it was the Hillary Clinton campaign and the DNC that hired Fusion GPS, which funded the research in that phony dossier. They relied on a British spy, a foreign agent, Christopher Steele, to compile what they considered damaging information on Donald Trump and his campaign. Much of it, of course.
Okay, this all just makes me sick. The reason it makes me sick is because it's a bunch of bullshit. We all know that the only thing the Democrats are trying to do is to unvote President Trump out of his office. Undo, undo, undo. We hear the whole thing, collusion, collusion, impeach, impeach, corruption, all of that. It all applies only to Donald Trump or to things that would make Donald Trump look bad. If it applied to anything else, they might have some ground to run with this. And because it doesn't apply to anything else, they just don't have any ground to run on. They're running out of things to complain about. They're running out of things to prosecute. They're running out of things to impeach about. They're running out of everything. So what are they going to do? They have to make him look bad. They have to make everything continue to stir. They're not going to worry about the facts. Don't confuse me with the facts. We just want impeachment. Don't confuse me rather with the details, with the law, with the due process, with anything like that. Don't confuse me about one of our own candidates who's running against him, who used to be vice president, getting his son $1.5 billion in China and over $1 million in the Ukraine, the only two countries that Biden could have control over, could have his fingers in, and it's a coincidence, pure coincidence, that those are the exact two countries that his son gets $1 million+ and $1 billion+ for companies that he's part of, that he has no expertise whatsoever in any of that kind of stuff to be a stockholder, let alone a board member, let alone one of the, I don't want to say owners because then that would make him legally liable. But he's not one of the owners of those countries, but he's put high up in the company, and then the company somehow gets $1 billion, with a B, $1.5 billion from China, and another different company gets over $1 million from the Ukraine, and Daddy spends $1 billion of the United States taxpayers' money to make sure that $1 million comes into view for his son. Anybody care to comment? This is a talk show. You see right down here? Talk show host. Famous talk show host. I'm in hundreds of living rooms right now. Okay. Maybe tens of living rooms. Maybe fives of living rooms. I don't know. If I was in the Democratic end of things, I would say as a Democrat, I'm in millions of households right now. They like to exaggerate. I'm just saying. So in the news today, it just so happens that is the big news. That's the big news. That's the news that's going to put him under. That's the news that's going to really make the whole process just go bada boom, bada bing, bada bang. Not likely. Not likely. I'm going to get out my instrument here, and I'm going to play the smallest violin in the world for those people who are going to find out that Trump is not impeachable. Okay. So I'm looking at the cue. And there we go. That's the news of the day. Hey, I might just stop this here in a minute. I could play you a song. I could play you some sound bites like this one.
Is there truth? Yes or no?
Survey said.
There you go. And if I had one that said, is there truth in the Democratic Party, then I could say,
survey said.
There you go. That's how that one would go, right? Exactly. Exactly. Or, is there truth in the Democratic Party?
Oh, hell no.
I don't know about that. How about this one? This one's more accurate. Is there truth in the Democratic Party?
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Hell no, no.
So that's the answer. That's the actual answer right there. If we had anybody who disagreed, you'd be calling my number. Calling me up saying, hey, I disagree with you. What do they say on talk radio? Naysayers go to the front of the line. I better shut that laughing off. Somebody may take it a personal offense. And when that happens, they'll try to impeach me. Oh, wait, they can't impeach me. I wasn't elected. So anyway, that's just, that's Fox's opinion. I don't know if that's my opinion. I'm just playing for you the video of the day. That's Fox's opinion. It sounds like it's my opinion, but it's not my opinion. I'm just in agreement. There you go. It's not my opinion. I'm just in agreement with those people who really make sense. How can you want to impeach for a terrible, treasonous, terrible thing? I love what Maxine Waters said. He should be put in jail, or not only impeached, but put in jail in solitary confinement for the filthy words he was using today. He was using filthy words. He actually said the words bullshift, but he didn't say shift. He said the other one. Listen carefully. He did not say bullshift. Okay. So you know what I'm not saying. He said the other one, and those are filthy words. Maxine Waters is going to tell everybody now. If you see Trump or a Trumper out at dinner, out at a movie, out at the theater, any of those things, you need to just go up and get in their face and press against them and harass them, hassle them, maybe even, I don't want to say she's telling people to get violent, but you know what? She seems to impress, inspire. She's not that impressive. She's not that inspiring. She's just a little old lady from Pasadena who thinks she can get in there and stir up some shift. When we all know that Adam don't need no help. Adam don't need no help. They're calling him Shifty Schiff. That sounds pretty accurate. When you already know ahead of time and you say, oh, and then we found out and I'm going to reword it and I'm going to say what he said but didn't say, and expect that you're going to believe him? You're going to believe him. My goodness. So that's not working. Shifty Schiff, I'm sorry to tell you this, but that's not going to work. And the reason it's not going to work.
Hell no, to the no, no, no.
Yeah.
Hell to the no, hell to the no.
To the no.
No, no. Hell no, no.
To the no.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no. Yeah. And they're all doing it because they want to unelect this guy. They've been trying for 3 years to unelect. All right, so let's move on to a different subject. I want to tell you all about the Life Transform System. Because after all this stuff, we need some transformation, right? We need to be transformed. In fact, some of you are already saying, Calgon, take me away. Remember that? Calgon, take me away. There's enough stress in life. There's enough anxiety in life. I mean, the whole thing is built upon what's going to happen in the future and how anxious can I make people feel. Your future's in jeopardy. Your future taxes are in jeopardy. Your future income is in jeopardy. Your country is in jeopardy. In the future, all this is going to cause all this stuff to come down on your head. No. Don't even worry about it. All of this stuff is happening, and all I can say about it is, I love it. I love it. You got all these people worrying about all this stuff. The only thing it's going to do is make people anxious, depressed, frustrated, angry, infuriated, in a rage. What are you doing? What are you doing? Especially these people in this political thing. You want people who are supposed to vote for you to be totally enraged. All right, I'm going to press my cough button. Hold on one second. Okay, broadcasters out there, you need to have a cough button. You know, when you just can't find another view to go to, another camera angle to go to, another video or a commercial to go to take the camera off you, but you can't cough right in the microphone. You just need to have a button you can press. I've got a keystroke for it. I could, and you can't hear me when I press the button. And I can press the button right in the middle of the top, and you can't hear me until I let go of the button. So anyway, that's the button. So what I want to talk about is we've got enough depression, we've got enough anxiety, we've got enough stress, we've got enough negativism going on in the country. What are you going to do about your own life? Everybody else can handle their life. This political junk will just shake out. You know, and it may not shake out in the way one side wants it to or the other side wants it to, but it doesn't matter. If you've got your life together, it doesn't matter how this all shakes out. There's a thing called the Life Transform System. I designed it, and I'll tell you why I designed it instead of somebody else, is because I was given this vision. I was given this understanding that there's a lot of motivational, a lot of mindset stuff, a lot of positive thinking, positive affirmations, all that stuff going on. But you know, the one thing it doesn't give you is a solid plan. It doesn't give, they say, here's what they say, find your why, set your goals, and do it. And you'll make it through the ladder to success. Goal. Field goal. Maybe a touchdown. Maybe a couple of touchdowns. I don't know. Sometimes you don't make it anywhere with that kind of advice. You know, I got all kinds of advice when I was depressed. You know, praise the Lord, the joy of the Lord is your strength, all that stuff. It didn't work. And this kind of advice is the same kind of Band-Aid, bumper sticker advice. Figure out your why. Then make it through success with your goals, your dreams. Because you have your why is your dream, your why is your goal. That's not true. Your why isn't your dream. Your why isn't your goal. It's a final outcome that you'd like to have. What if you can't find your why? What if you sit there and you say, you know, I'm so downtrodden by the way my life currently is that I just don't get it. I can't figure this out. I can't figure out what is my why, let alone once I know what my why is, what do I do with that? What do I do with it? Once I know what my why is, where the heck am I going to go with that? And what do I do just because I know what my why is? Supposedly then the magic hits, boom, you're launched off into the air and you magically land right there on your dream. Hallelujah. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And so say you get your why. Say you understand your why. You know where you want to be. You know what you want to be. Took me a while to figure that out. And as I figured it out, direction. Not a direction. I figured out a way to find out what my why was. Okay, say you find out your why. I'm going backwards here. Forward. Say you find out your why. You know who you want to be. You know what you want to be. You know that kind of stuff that just makes you go, aha. Now, when you find out your why, you got to figure out the steps. First, you got to figure out the goal. You kind of know that a little bit when you know your why. Kind of a little bit, you know what you want. Those can be your goals. But here's the thing with your goals. Your goals have to be specific. Specific enough that how you going to know when you get there? That's the thing. How you going to know when you got there? Well, let's see. My goal is, my goal is, I hate it when this thing's crooked. My goal is success. Then you have to backpedal. What is success to you? Then you have to backpedal again. How are you going to know when you get there? What is it? How do you quantify it? How do you number it? How do you measure it? Is it a 6-foot path this way? Is it a 100-foot path this way? What do I get at the end of my goal? Like, I know it's done. I know it's finished. So what do I get from that? I got to move this over. We got a sparkly over there. So you got your why. Let's say that you get your why. That's not easy, but let's say you get it. Let's say you know where you want to be or what you want to be in life. You get that kind of moving on. But then, how are you going to do that? There's a why, and then there's a how. Do you have the steps? That's what I want to know. Do you have the steps? Now, some things you can get the steps really easy. Other things, success. Okay, so you know what your why is. You know what your goal is. My goal is success. Okay, now, how am I going to get there? Am I going to get there doing the same things that I've already been doing? No. Because we all know what that definition is insanity. Doing the same thing, expecting a different result. That's insanity, so that's not going to get us there. Okay, what about, that's why they have to be measurable. Okay, so my goal is success. How am I going to measure this success? I think my success will be lots of it. There we go. I want lots of success. And when I get lots of success, I'll have my goal. Well, tell me what lots of success is to you. You can't tell me? Most people can't. Tell me the mechanism. Say you know what success is. It's measured by how many online businesses I have, or how much online money I make. So right now I haven't been able to get anything going online, as an example. Haven't been able to make anything turn over some cash. But what I'm going to say for my success is that I want, hi Nicole, for my success, I'm going to say that I want to make $60,000 a year online. That's going to be my measure of success. So I haven't been able to do it, and I haven't been able to figure out what the measurement is. And Nicole says, success to me is how many people I can make an impact on. That is true. And that is a great measure of success. But your measure of success, if it's how much you can make online, how many people you can have a positive effect on, what's your number? How do you know when you got there? What is your time frame for getting there? And not only that, what are the steps in between? What are the things you're going to do and accomplish with dates on them to get to that success level? Now I have the Life Transform system. First, it talks about your why and how you get your why firmly implanted in your head and what you want your life to be and produce. Then there's an actual mechanism that helps you set these goals. And once you have the goals set with the goal, the measurement, how many of this or how many of that, how many dollars, how many people, how many of whatever it is that you want are at that goal level, and then the date of the goal, and then all the steps that it takes to get there, you put into this physical kit. It's called the Life Success Kit. You put those things into this physical kit, and day by day, you pull out the information for that day. You look at it, you know what you have to do that day, you know where you have to be at, and you follow it because you've got it in every day's information. Now, this is a physical kit. It's nothing online. It's something that's right there in front of you. Before you go to bed, you look through tomorrow's stuff. You get your mindset. You start dreaming about how I'm going to start doing this step and this step and this item and that item. And you get those things done. This is the Life Success Kit that goes with the system. Now, you get all this stuff done. You put it all into the kit. You start looking through the kit, and then you start realizing, excuse me, you start realizing after a couple of weeks, I don't know about this. I'm kind of feeling like this is a little bit too heavy. And I'm scooting back because I know there's tomatoes and all kinds of rotten fruit coming. You feel like this is a little too heavy. This is a little too much. What if I can slack off for a couple of days. It's okay. And after you slack off a couple of days, you kind of just like the second day, the third day, you kind of look at it and you go, okay, well, you know, I don't know if I really have to do it this way. And you start to lose your dream. You start to lose your goals. And after you've slacked off for a significant period of time, you're kind of just floating. Your dreams are floating, your goals are floating. Maybe your goals are sinking, I don't know. But it starts to pull away from you. It starts to pull away on you. And now when you think about it, look at it, you kind of lose. You've lost a week. You lost a week and a half. You've kind of gone a little bit further. And I've been experiencing this. And I've been running it through my mind as to why. And the third tier is why. The third tier is actually the reason this thing slips from you. And it's somebody to walk through it with you. Somebody to just say, hey, I'm not being a slave worker here. I'm not going to whip you with my whip. But let me ask you something. How are those things you're supposed to do this week? Are they getting done? Are you doing them every day? Are you pulling out the next day's stuff from your life success kit? And I know what your goals are because we talked about them. You just need somebody to walk through it with you. Now that can be a coach. That could just be a friend who cares about your well-being, cares about your plan, cares about your life moving forward. Could be your pastor, could be a counselor, could be a principal at your school. If you're still going to school, cool. School, cool. But it just needs to be somebody who has an interest in what you're doing. Somebody who will tell you when you got spinach in your teeth. They'll tell you, hey, you kind of let go on this a little bit. And if you really still are interested in my input and still interested in the fact that I want to see you succeed, I want to see you victorious, I want to see you make all these strides that you want to make, whether that's your coach, your teacher, your pastor, or just a good friend. Get that accountability partner, because you can turn your goals from a 10% probability of completion to 95% probability of completion. If you work it right, and if your accountability person knows how to look at your stuff, how to deal with you, how to deal with that, how to help you prioritize, remember, and be continually motivated and not let it slide, not let it go, not let it a day or so. Your accountability person will say, hey, I didn't see you online. Is everything okay? Hey, I didn't see you posting that stuff that you needed to post that you were telling me about. You're saying you're going to, post some stuff over here on your e-commerce store or over here on your email group. I didn't get the email. I didn't see the new products going up on your site. I didn't see the advertisements you said were going to be in my Facebook and they were going to be in my Instagram. And I was going to say, I know that's my friend right there. I'm helping them stay motivated, and there's their stuff right there. I didn't see any of that stuff. So that's the third thing. Now, the minimum you need in a building to keep a floor or a roof on top from caving in, the minimum you need is 3 pillars. And these are the 3 pillars. These are the 3 areas that keep this thing from crumbling and flopping to the ground. Okay? And I put these together in a system called the Life Transformation System. And I'm going to be teaching on this Life Transformation System, and I'll start with the goals. And how do you get your mind to open up, visualize, to see the goals, see the desire in your heart, see the long-term gain that you want to make so you can work on some shorter-term goals that are going to steer you right there. They're going to steer you right to the long-term gain that your heart so deeply desires in your life. That's what we're going to start with. Once we get that, then we're going to look at this life success kit, the engine, that physical kit. I'm going to help you build it. I'm going to help you understand it. I'm going to help you use it to keep your time and energies and organization in your life together so you don't get sidelined, so you don't get hung up, so you don't get caught in a trap. Your foot gets caught and before you know it, you're hanging upside down there and wondering, why am I not on my path anymore? Why am I not on my goals anymore? In fact, where did my goals go? I think I took a wrong turn somewhere, but I don't know where it was. Could have been a minute ago, could have been an hour ago, a week ago. I just don't see my goals anymore. So we're going to work on that kit, and then we'll work on finding an accountability partner, because that's going to be a huge deal. That each one of these things is really a huge deal. If you got two of these things and you don't have the other one, your house is going to blow down. It's going to collapse. It's going to smash on the ground. And it's because you're missing a vital component of how you need to build this thing. Do you build it with bricks like the Three Little Pigs? Build it with bricks, build it with straw. Build it with wood, maybe. That's not as good as the bricks. So we're going to give you those bricks. We're going to help define them. We're going to help you work through them. We're going to help you set them up. And I want to do this so that, as Nicole said, I can have a maximum positive impact on a maximum number of people's lives, because that's part of my goal right there. That's part of my goal, not to just fish for you. We don't just want to, we don't just want to fish. We want to teach you how to fish. If I could just pull a few fish, give them to you, that's great. We all know the story. It's not just giving them a few fish, but teaching them how to fish for life. And that's where we want to go. That's what we want to do. That's the end game, is how many people did we teach to fish for life? So they don't have to deal with this anymore. They don't have to reinvent themselves. They've got themselves established. They've got themselves established and built up on the three main pillars that are going to hold this thing together. So that's what we want to do. I'm going to start talking about that. As soon as we see which time slot is going to take off, we're going to do this time slot, which is 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. West Coast. We're also going to try the other time slot. We're going to try 8 p.m. East Coast, which is going to be 11 p.m. on the East Coast, 8 p.m. West Coast. So we're going to try these two time slots. We're going to do what they call a split test. Marketers call this a split test. So we're going to try that. So guys, just in case you've never been here before, if you type in hashtag replay, type that in to let me know you saw this on the replay. If you're here live, say hi in chat. We already saw from Nicole. Nicole, it's great. I hope you share this out and that it can be out there where people know they're going to be able to get some help. They're going to be able to get some life transformation. That's what we want to do. This phone number here, 712-770-5307. You could dial it now, punch in the code, 317820#. Punch in the code, be on the show. You can ask me about this system. I'm not going to blow all the secrets. If you're not watching, don't watch. If you're going to watch, start watching, get involved, and there won't be any secret for you, because you're going to watch each show and catch all the details. If you don't watch the show and catch all the details, you can always catch the replay as long as they're up. We're only going to keep them up as long as I'm doing this series. Then we're going to take them down and repurpose them into a course. You want to be on the free version of the course? Keep watching. You want to get the free information? Keep watching. So click notify, click the bell, click the follow always, whatever you got to click in Facebook to follow this thing. Follow me on Periscope. You can catch me on Twitter. And here we go. This is Nicole. I love that comment, Nicole. Success to me is how many people I can make an impact on. I love that. How many people I can make an impact on. And if you want to make an impact on people's lives, if you want to change your own and become a powerhouse in people's lives, make an impact, help them out, stay tuned. Follow, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, tap hearts, whatever it is you feel like you got to do while you're there. But check it out. Tonight and tomorrow night, I'm going to do the 2 time frames for the broadcast. The one here at 6 p.m., 9 p.m. East Coast. The one at here on the West Coast at 8 p.m., 11 p.m. East Coast. And we're going to compare. We're going to split test the next couple days here. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see what the comments are. We've got another follow, and it's famous Dave Brown. That's fine. Oh my God, I like that. Oh my God, famous. And I am the famous talk show host, but you know, I'm even more well known for being the Unstuck Coach. I'm Dave Brown. I'm a certified master life coach. And if you've ever been stuck in your life and you want to get unstuck, that's what I'm all about. So check it out. We're going to go ahead and get out of here, but we're going to play the outro, get out of here. We're going to show you all the social media links you can find me on, and come back again for the show tonight, or come back for tomorrow's show, which will be 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. on the Eastern Coast, and then it'll be 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. on the West Coast. Now, I hope I haven't confused anybody, but if I have, just check it out. Pop in, see if I'm here. Guys, we'll talk to you later. God bless. Get unstuck and help somebody get to a better place in their life. See you later. Bye-bye. Don't forget to come back. Be part of the live call-in show. We will take calls and questions live.